Okay, let's take a look at Waltz a little, one more video. And this is to help you with the bottom hand or any notes on the left side of the piano, that way. So when you see this is called a bass clef. The bass clef goes from the middle of the piano down to the bottom of the piano, to the left or to the lower sounding notes. So bass clef looks like that. So once again, we have one sharp. That one sharp is going to be the same as the first video with fat cats, great Danes, always eat bones. That F sharp is going to be your last sharp. So you go up a half step from there to find Do, and Do is G. So if you're not sure what that means, go watch the last video for the treble clef, Waltz a little series, and then you'll know that's Do. Okay, so we got that. Now, our lines in the bass clef are different. It's a different saying than our lines in the treble clef. They're almost the same, but they're not quite. So instead of every good boy does fine, it's good boys do fine always. Okay? And then for the spaces, it's all cows eat grass. Or some people say all cars eat gas, whichever ones you remember best. But let's say, for example, I know we have this note a few times in the Waltz little songs. So this note is on a line or space. That's the first thing to ask yourself. And it's on a space. It sits on top of a line, but it's actually on a space. So let's find our spaces. All cows eat grass. Now we're out of letters, but we got one more note to go. So this G, what's our saying for the lines that started with the G? It's good boys do fine always. So we use this G and start good boys, and now we know that that's a B. So if we know that Do is a G, so Do is actually going to be right here, because that's where G is. All cows eat grass. There's G. If this is G, if this is Do, then what is this? Do, re, mi, fa, or sol. If this is Do, we figured that one out yet. If that one's mi, what's that one? If this is Do, what's that? And if that's Do, what's that? If this is mi, what's this? If this is mi, what's this? So you read how far apart the notes are from each other. So if you know that this is mi, then you know that's going to be sol. If you know this is mi, then you know that's going to be fa. And you use those notes to find that. Now, there's one last thing you'll notice on this is you've got a lot of these things over the notes. Those are slurs or legatos. So when you have a group of notes underneath those, we've done this before in book 3, a lot of this in book 3, but it will really help this sound better if you have a group of notes. Let's say you have 6 notes, and when you get to the end, this is where, if you're singing, for example, and you get here, you would breathe when you get to the end of this phrase, and it's like the end. It's like a period on a sentence. So try and lift your hands a little bit when you get to the end of those musical sentences or those phrases, and see how that sounds. Your teacher can help you with that. All right, that'll get you going on bass clef.